Good morning. Good morning. It's 6:30 a.m. on Sunday. How's everybody doing out there? I know a lot of people may not be woke yet, but everything happens for a reason. Last time we talked about the voyage of discovery. We also, in the chapter Voyage of Discovery, she told her story. She also searching for meaning. God gets called on the carpet. Sometimes we have to call God out and ask him questions about why, things you don't understand. The search begins again, and seek and ye shall find. Well, this Sunday, I'm going to read 10 reasons, one basic principle. Sometime I'll take my glasses off and keep them on because it's pretty small. I'm going to take them off and read. It's better. I don't like that though. I think I better put it back on. As 10 reasons, one basic principle. As I talk to people about the reasons they found at first, I was dazzled by the variety There were many. I'm gonna take them off. This is a small print. There were as many reasons why as there were people, and sometimes more, because because a lot of people found more than one reason. But sometimes life offers you a wonderful surprise by being a lot simpler than you thought. I look for patterns in all the different reasons people have found. I use tactical analysis and seat of the pants analysis. As I kept sorting, matching up one person's reason with another, and being delighted at all the connections I found. I saw that ultimately there are only 10 different meanings for the events in our lives. Okay. Inside the mind of God. I sat there at my computer and typed out a final list of 10 different things I found. Then I was looking at hit me. Holy smoke. I thought if everything in our lives happens for a reason, these are the reasons. If one person like Scott comes up with a reason, you can't say he's just telling himself a story. But this was it. These were all the reasons there are. These are the lessons life teaches us. If the universe really is a nurturing place designed to help us grow, then this is what that nurturing is all about. And then for a long spine chilling moment, I looked at the 10 reasons and felt I had a glimpse inside the mind of God. Not literally, of course, but as Dorothy Sayers says in her book, The Mind of the Maker. Just the way you can know the mind of a human creator through his words and his works, you can gain a sense of mind of the divine creator through his words and works. I think that's true. Think of the best teacher you ever had, your third grade teacher, a college instructor, or someone who taught you crafts or swimming at a summer camp. You knew that person cared, but it wasn't all fun and games either. Great teachers often make you do an incredibly difficult task that seems pointless. Why in the world am I having to go through this? You ask. Then at some point, maybe years later, you discover that the task had a wonderful meaning because it helped you learn something you couldn't have learned any other way. And then you finally understood what your teacher was doing. You had a view of what was going on inside your teacher's mind. That's what I'm talking about when I say we just might be able to think of 10 reasons as giving us a glimpse into the workings of God's mind. Life itself sets us tasks, sometimes painful, sometimes unbelievable, difficult. But suppose we get something valuable from these tasks. And suppose what we get is the reason we had to face these tasks in the first place. Then how can I not feel we're getting an insight into what God thinks? We need to grow as individuals, human beings. When we say everything happens for a reason, here are the reasons you may not know which applies to you, but don't worry, you soon will. The 10 meanings of events in our life. Everything happens to you for one or more reason of these 10 reasons. To help you feel at home in the world, number one. To help you totally accept yourself. To show you that you can let go of fear. To bring you to a place where you can feel forgiveness. To help you uncover your true hidden talent. To give you what you need to find true love. To help you become stronger. To help you discover the play in life. To show you how to live with sense of a mission. Number 10, to help you become a truly good person. This book is the story of these 10 reasons, what they are, and why they're important. The next area, to complete your journey. Hold on one minute. Let me see, because I have to mark this. I'm not going to go that far. To complete your journey, there you are, dealing with some event from your past, some situation in your present, thirsting for a way to find meaning in it. By answering a few diagnostic questions that will appear in each chapter, you'll discover which of the 10 is the reason why you went through what you did. Of course, you're not limited to just one reason. The more potential for growth you have, the more reasons you may find for what you went through. Read the book through before you decide which reason is yours. Give the material a chance to work on you. You may be surprised what rises to the top. By the end, you'll finally have the answer to the questions. Why did this happen to me? A hopeful, growth-filled future will be open to you. Here's how to think of the 10 reasons. Imagine that your life is a long, difficult journey. At some point, you start running short of what you need. As you struggle on, you suddenly fall into a hole and hurt yourself. Ouch. But it turns out that it's not all negative. On the contrary, if you only look, you'll find that right in the hole is something you desperately needed to complete your journey successful. And you wouldn't have found it if you hadn't fallen in that hole. As time goes on, you may even be able to say that the discovery was worth the fall. Next section. A warning. The reason something happened to you was to make something better in your future. The cosmos worked hard to give you this gift. So you damned well better use it. Don't worry, I'll show you how. If not, you'll just keep falling in the holes until you can grasp the gift of the cosmos. Keep on trying to give you. So why not use it now? Why while you still have plenty of time? Oh, excuse me. One basic principle: understanding the true meaning of the events in your life is more important than you might ever have imagined. How so? I discovered that there is one basic principle underlying the 10 reasons. The good that comes out of the bad things that happen to you is to help you become your best, most authentic self. Each of the 10 reasons is a different way of helping you become your best self. And your reason is the specific resource you need to do a better job leading the life you were meant to lead as the person you were meant to be. Things happen to help you get rid of the parts of yourself that aren't you, to help you be more real and more yourself, not like everyone else, to help you lead a more authentic life, ultimately to help you discover who you really are. Circumstances often take us away from who we really are. And the further we drift, the more likely that it's going to take some final losses or difficulty to shove in our face the fact that we don't even know who we are anymore. This helps us wake up so we can once again rediscover our true self. Laura had always thought of herself as a good person, loving, friendly, and helpful. A single mom, Laura worked as a stockbroker. During a down during a downturn in the economy, she got laid off. The only job she could find in her field was with a disreputable high pressure outfit that aggressively sold low price stocks. Laura did this for many months, sinking lower and lower and lower in her own eyes as she essentially cheated people out of their money. The pressure of her work forced her to become increasingly short tempered with her daughter. One morning, when her daughter spilled some milk as they were rushing to get out of the house, Laura hit her. Laura was in a daze that day at work. As the afternoon stretched on, Laura started crying. She came home and cried all evening. The next day, she stayed home from work and cried nonstop. At her most upset, she kept saying over and over, "Where's Laura? What happened to Laura?" Sometimes we lose ourselves. You ask yourself, where are you? What happened to me? The real Laura would never have hit her daughter. The real Laura would never have worked for a company like that. Family and friends intervened. Laura got help and a good rest. Of course, she never went back to that job. She reclaimed her true self. Much more often, however, the process of self-discovery is like self-evaluation happens in a completely different way. Instead of starting out knowing who we are, then losing sight of our true selves, like Laura, we go along thinking we know who we are until some events comes along and makes us realize that we've never known who we really are, which then for the first time makes discovering our true selves possible. Here's a story I heard from Archbishop of Canterbury, Rowan Williams. Rabbi Yudah was the holiest man of his age. One night he dreamed that he had died and was brought before the throne of heaven. The angel who stood The angel who stands before the throne said to him, "Who are you?" "I am Rabbi Yudah of Prague." He replied, "Tell me, my Lord, if my name is written in the book of all, who will share in the kingdom of heaven?" "Wait," said the angel, "I shall read the names of all who died today that are written in the book." And he read aloud the names, thousands of them. As the angel read, Rabbi Yudah saw the spirits of all whose names had been called fly into heaven. At last, the angel finished reading, and Rabbi's name had not been called. He wept bitterly. The angel said, "But I have called but I have called your name. Rabbi Yudah said, I did not hear it. And the angel said, in the book are written the names of all the people who have ever lived, for every soul is an inheritor of the kingdom of heaven. But many come here who have never heard their true names on the lips of a man or angel. They have lived believing they know who they really are, but they don't know. And so when they're called to heaven by their names as who they really are, they don't recognize themselves. They don't realize that it's for them that the gates of heaven are open. So they must wait until they know their true selves and recognize their true names. At this, Rabbi Yudah woke and rising from his bed in tears. He lay prostrated on the ground and prayed, Master of the universe, grant me once before I die to hear my own true name as who I really am. Many, many more of us like Rabbi Yudah than we might think. On the surface, we have completed identities, names, degrees, profession, affiliation. Then some cruel seeming event comes along and wakes us to the fact that we're not known. We've not known our true selves. At the same time, it teaches us some lesson. One of the 10 reasons for the events in our lives that makes it possible for us to finally become who we really are. The question, who are you? Do you know who you are? If God called you, do you know who you are? One basic principle: the good that comes out of the bad thing that happened to you is to help you become your best and most authentic you. I've read the beginning of 10 reasons, one basic principle. I'm going to go over again the 10 meanings of events in our lives. Everything happens to you for one or more of these 10 reasons. I'm going to quote them again, recite them again. To help you feel at home in the world, to help you totally accept yourself, to show that you can let go of fear, to bring you to a place where you can feel forgiveness. Number 4 is something I've been working on. I use March. Forgiveness is freedom. To give you what you need to find true love, to help you become stronger, to help you discover the play in your life. That means childlike. To show you how to live with a sense of a mission, to help you become a truly good person. The 10 meanings of the events in your life. Which one apply to you? I've read To Complete Your Journey. I read the section, it's called Warning, and the beginning of one basic principle. The good that comes out of a bad things that happen to you is to help you become the best, most authentic self. We'll read next Sunday. The next part is coming upon yourself in the midst of life. Everything happens for a reason. You know, we sit around and be like, we think we know who we are by our professions, by the jobs we choose, the people we're around. But do you really know who you are? Remember, everything happens for a reason. Have a blessed day. Peace.